Young boy with the top of the block with a white front door in the corner, subtle. Cool boy always in trouble. Why you think his brethren called him Knuckles? 10 years old in beef, dad thinks streets taking over me. Mumsy praying for me, but there ain't enough beads on the rosary. Raised by the wolves from young, but still in the jungle like Mowgli. Always up front when the oldest speaks, so whenever...
El teléfono, burro.
Sí, en serio.
Lo he dejado el teléfono en la... Filmando y después...
Crack, ¿qué tal metal?
Muy buena, campeón.
And it is what it is. They say if I tried it, they wild and kicking my shit cause it isn't for kids. 4 floors on my ting would have lived. If a fam never moved out to Harrow, her dad was a...
Hi my friends, quick 20-minute lunch break, and in the meantime quick reflection. Had a very productive 2.5-hour work session at the apartment, from sales handovers for fulfillment to handing over information for a promotion of a team member to HR, to even freaking drafting a cease and desist letter. And I shared a bit about this case in a previous video. On an emotional level, it was a bummer because I really valued this kid and saw a lot of potential and saw him as a friend. But yeah, this is where I draw the line, of course. And that then had a couple of ripple effects. I talked to him, and then he started also talking some shit behind my back to trusted people who then told me about it. And I don't want to get into detail and make this too negative. And I also have to be careful about what I share and what I don't share with these things, because I am documenting the journey and building in public. So I don't want to withhold that experience from y'all because I wasn't prepared for these things. The same thing when I got screwed over with the software at the end of last year. So this is part of the game. And now, you probably guessed it by now, quick C-dip. And then in the afternoon, got some customer success with a live client feedback call. Just smaller tasks regards to onboarding and sales process review for our boy Selim with a new proposal outline page, just giving him a little more input there. And then I have a podcast interview. I've been invited to speak at a podcast, so gotta do that. Wrap up work, get dinner with my dad, maybe a little workout later on, but now C-dip and back to it. Happy Sunday, my friends. It is 11:56 a.m. Woke up at 9 this morning, cleaned up the apartment, and now I'm headed to the city, so headed to Barcelona to get a gym session in, and then to welcome the boys to Barcelona because we got another Notice week coming up, which means that Max, Luca, and Selim are arriving today. And we'll be here all week to prepare for Q4. So, of course, I'm gonna document it all from the sales process and fulfillment process that is, in the day-to-day still going on this week, to also, our planning cadence and whatever else might happen this week. That's that. Hope you enjoy, and I'm just looking forward to spending time with the boys. I've been here 1 week with my dad now. It was super cozy, but I was really looking forward to having the group around me, go for workouts together, co-work, and just talk things through rapidly. And you don't need it every day, every week, but I feel like it's a good time to just have these 4 heads in one room for 1 week. Yeah, so very excited for that. Also been listening to this podcast with Chris Williamson and Alex Hermosi, and goddamn, it's good. They don't talk about marketing and sales, they just talk about mindset stuff. Man, it's a banger piece, and also made me realize or remember how valuable it is to be proactive about mindset and never, ever, ever to get complacent up here and never get lazy in terms of even just reflecting on how you behave and being intentional about what self you're becoming and the constant fight against your older self. And so that was a beautiful reminder, a beautiful podcast to keep on pushing and to keep on being aware of how I'm behaving and whether or not I'm living up to the self that I want to become that will help me get to the place that I want to get to.
Got the action, I love it, passion, yeah. Got moves like magic. Eyes pegos que reflejan. De mi voz y no me dejan. Tiempo pasa.
Hidden Coffee Roasters, never misses, on point, beautiful hot filter. Now let's head to Zoho for the laptop and gym and sauna sesh. Doesn't sound too bad if you ask me.
Got the action, I love it, passion, yeah. Got moves like magic. Eyes pegos que reflejan. De mi voz y no me dejan.
Wenn ich auf die Straße gehe, gib mir 1, 2, bis der Tag zu Ende geht.
Aye, young boy with the top of the block with a white front door in the corner subtle.
I had the photo just saving for you. Won't you keep it alive? Yeah, I've been running in circles a lot. Then all I went away.
Hi, my friends. It is Monday, 12:20 p.m. and we're in the midst of the workday. And what I did so far was, first off, I prepped a briefing for the leadership team on how to actually review Q3 and prepare Q4. And so what that is a Notion page. I can show you a little glimpse here. Okay, we got the planning and the strategic plan and prep. Yeah, and then in here we got the actual briefing for the team, and then this is the briefing for the team. So it concludes a checklist and questions they need to answer to plan. So Q3 review, Q4 planning, and I made sure that there's no more question marks and clarity, not only on which questions to actually answer, which assets to update, but also how much time to actually dedicate to this process this week so that we can finalize everything next Monday in the leadership meeting coming up in a week from now. That was number one that I did this week. Of course, also just regular Monday check-in, cleanups, whatever, but that was the main focus and that went very well. Then I had the finance one-on-one, just talk through whatever bottlenecks and issues came up there. And now in 10 minutes, we have our weekly leadership alignment. And in there, we will go through the headlines and most important updates, one of which will be, hey team, I prepped this preparation document for y'all to work through. But then we'll also review our quarterly rocks and our progress of last week. We'll go over the scorecard and the metrics, and we'll discuss any open issues that anyone has so that we can continue the week with clarity and momentum. So that's the plan. I'm going to use the next 8 minutes to sip on my coffee and add any notes I might have forgotten to make sure I'm fully prepped for the meeting. So let's get it. Also, sun is out now. It rained, poured rain, but now, phew, beautiful. Bisschen Steps reinzubekommen, bin ich befürworte. Ich trinke hier AG1, Hanna. Cheers. Was war deine...
Lass uns da auch gleich noch mal kurz an.
What's good, Max?
Let's go, baby.
How you doing?
Good. It's 2:30. Getting a little sea dip in. That's the best thing about being literally 100 meters away from the beach. You just get to go for a little swim, eh?
100%. I got 20 minutes. I think you also have about 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes. I might get a little snack later, though. Get a little jamon iberico.
Oof.
Bro, I swear to God, the jamon iberico sandwich for €2. It's like this big, and nice little snack. It's unbeatable. It's crazy.
I'm still fasted. I'm getting a little hungry.
You are?
Yeah, still
I
fasted.
don't know how you do that. How many coffees have you had?
3. 2 Nespressos, 1 filter thing.
Fair enough.
This is like a vitamin mix that Selim brought. Now C-dip. And then we got 3 more big meetings, or I got 3 more big meetings coming up for the rest of the day. But now, let's get a little C-dip in it. How did you spend your first 6 hours of the day on this Monday?
So Monday is most of the time is my admin, like I have a big admin blocker in the morning where I do some housekeeping. So for example, since I manage Marvin's personal brand, I'm also responsible for sending out a weekly analytics message, kind of like running the weekly analytics, summing it up, getting some, or just sharing some insights on, how we're doing in terms of the general metrics, impressions, engagement, and follower growth. And also kind of just giving an outline on the strategy for, or the content calendar and the strategy for the coming week or beyond that. And so we do that with all of our clients. And I also fill in our growth dashboard where we track metrics all the way, going from top of funnel, all the internal personal brands, the general metrics so that would be like LinkedIn impressions, engagement, follower growth, things like that. And then also our middle and bottom of funnel metrics. So those being our digital product sales and, things like email subscribers, stuff like that. So we have a comprehensive overview over all our metrics. And just fill in those like dashboards. It's kind of like a housekeeping blocker in the morning, and then I transitioned right into content creation for your personal brand. Wrote some copies, and so I usually spend Monday, Tuesday, and the first half of Wednesday creating content, because this guy has his content review blocker where he reviews all the new content pieces that I'm writing on Wednesday, like around noon. So I try to get all the new pieces created until then, and then you have your second blocker on Friday, and then it's like revision. And now it's kind of a perfect break. Had a little bit of lunch that Selim brought. Went through my handover page for him for Marvin's DMs, because I was for the past couple of months managing this guy's DMs, so I'm basically using his personal brand to book meetings with potential clients. And now Selim is going to take over that, since he's also in charge of the sales process. So getting that aligned and making sure that he knows the standard process that I followed or have kind of built over the past couple months. So now we're gonna have a little C-dip, and then it's an afternoon of just meetings. So gonna be a good day. Already is, actually, getting into the sea. It's been a while. And excited. Feeling good. Let's go. Let's go.
Pusher, so krass. Wir haben hier die Coke Zero am Start.
That's the future, blah, blah, blah. So this hints at like being an insightful post. Discussed this before. Inbound and outbound doesn't have anything to do with newsletters per se. Newsletters is part of kind of the playbook that we want to implement for all of our clients.
Irgendwas zum Zeigen?
But it's still not.
Anything you want to say? Or?
So I think concepts makes sense. What I would do is
Wrapping up the last task. I'm ready for a run. Let's see if Luca is too.
Glaube ich auch. Und as always, double down on the hooks.
Gotta skate real soon, trying to pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, trying to get big checks on the cash flow ski. Couple boys on the block, when the Fed's been lapping on low.
Jetzt laufen wir 2 Kilometer.
What's your POV on like running shirtless in the city?
Fucking sick. I don't want to do anything else. Because also, I mean, it is like more than 20 degrees, so I'm guessing that putting a shirt on would have been a mistake. 21 right now. Considering that, yeah, I think you made a mistake.
I'm usually, if I take shirts off, I start with the shirt on and then I take it off when.
No, I think it's maybe more. It feels more appropriate in the beginning because now you don't feel like you don't feel like taking your shirt off.
No, not at all.
I also feel a little bit weird right now,
Yeah.
sitting in an apartment complex, just half naked. But I do think that once I get sweaty, which will be in about 4 minutes, about 200 meters in, then I think it will feel appropriate, and it will attract any potential inbound interest.
Did you know that you can get a fine for walking around shirtless in the city?
No way.
Yeah.
Here?
They're like the most stingy people here in Mataro.
You didn't feel like telling me that?
No?
Damn, bro. Well, how much is it?
I don't know, bro. Less than a personal trainer, I'm sure. Let's see their reaction though when you. Let's go. I'm gonna record a LinkedIn video now, so what's up LinkedIn? Marvin here, saying hello from Barcelona today, and I'm not alone. No, I actually have Mr. Max Raabmann with me as well. And we just wanted to, share this insight about pushing yourself to go for a run, shirtless, almost throwing up. Because you can, because why wouldn't you? Well done. So those are my 3 takeaways. Hope it helps. Comment down below what you think. Bye LinkedIn. Intention. Inhalt ist viel heißer, als man denkt. Kann man checken.
Genau so wollen die Leute nicht. Ja.
Tuesday, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, do you hear the fireplace in the background?
Yeah, I do.
I love the fireplace. How are you doing, Marvin?
Good, thank you.
Hey,
Me too. It's a wonderful day.
I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this peak.
Happy Tuesday, friends. Just diving into the first work vlog. And now look at this. I don't know if you see it well, but we just got the sun coming out. And of course, I'm positioned in a way that the light actually hits my eyes. Okay, quick intention setting. Max, what you working on today? What's your next thing, the next big thing?
Next big thing, copywriting deep work, getting this guy's content. Then CS Content Strategist Academy, finish up some scripts, some descriptions, and then just some quality assurance for the content and prepping a consulting session that I have tomorrow.
Alright, Selim, what's your thing?
Mainly optimizing the sales process, building a reactivation sequence for our past demos, or also just people who opted in to friendly remind them that Q4 is across the corner, and if they want to kick off a project, if they want to start their personal brand, they should reach out to me and have a beautiful chat and see whether we can support them or not.
Fire. And I got the next hour for admin stuff, from like German insurances to new credit cards, like the good stuff, And then have a almost 2-hour session with my boy Selim to go over sales process. So, Luca, what's your intention? What's your main thing for today?
Q3 reflection and Q4 planning. I'm really excited for both of them. Yeah, what a morning swim, first coffee of the day, and now just thinking really and reflecting. It's beautiful. So truly excited for today. Then I have a wonderful team meeting with 2 of my favorite team members, Hannah and Maris, and then just the best overall. And then we got a kickoff, got another meeting. But the start of the day, it's really calm and really in my mind, and I truly enjoyed it. So let's go.
Okay, we're gonna officially launch things with.
Das ist so. Ich glaube, ich einfach die Frage nochmal. Pipeline Setup, Backup. I will die Pipeline Stages.
Guys, had a fantastic work session, just cleaned up the closed CRM, so went through all my previous sales meetings, updated the CRM, still have a couple of contacts to catch up on, but made good progress. And also got written confirmation of a new signed deal, so we closed a deal. And to celebrate that, I'm gonna drink a Monster Ultra. This drink I haven't had in like 7 years. In the OG fitness YouTuber days, all the US influencers, Max Tuning, Christian Guzman, they were all sipping of these Monsters, and I got obsessed with them. Haven't had any since, but today is like tank top and hustle kind of day, so we gotta have a Monster Ultra. Cheers. 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 And automations oder was? Let's go! Afternoon check-in. I got a signed contract, so we closed a deal officially. That's awesome. And I got verbal confirmation for a second deal, an epic one. Not necessarily like the volume is decent. It's a setup sprint plus coaching package for 4 months. The one we got signed was a full-on takeover done for you. So our flagship service is a personal brand takeover. And what it means is that we build a profitable content engine for B2B founders and executives, where we host interviews and then turn those interviews into LinkedIn content and a sales motion that helps them attract more B2B buyers or talent and grow their overall awareness and thought leadership in their industry. So close that, 4 months done for you minimum. That's our kind of our packaging right now that we've settled on. Is we sell a 1 month setup, then 3 months of retainer as a 4 month package. That's the minimum. It's like the 4 month sprint. And then it's just ongoing with a 2 month cancellation notice. That's our flagship service. And so we sold that today, got the code signed. And then the second deal is the setup sprint, 6 weeks. And then 3 months of coaching instead of 3 months of done for you. Also 4 month package, also 2 month cancellation notice. So that was great. Talked to our CFO, that was great. Had a call with a potential service provider to help me level up YouTube, because I'm doing these vlogs now on a weekly basis. And I will continue doing so. I love it. I'm intrinsically motivated to doing it, and also I'm getting a lot of good feedback from y'all, so I really appreciate that. And it makes me, hyped to keep going and level things up. And with this service provider, the idea would be to introduce a second format to my YouTube strategy, which is that on top of the vlogs, I would also do more sit-down subject matter type videos, more educational videos, and just provide as much value as possible in a more structured end-to-end manner. So discussing what that deal looks like, and we'll decide by Monday next week if we move ahead with him or not. And now I will prepare for a call with a potential software partner and agency partner. Can't get into too much detail now, but I will prepare a deal structure for that and have the call in 45 minutes. And then gonna go for a workout with the boys, get dinner, wrap up the day, and then another day coming up tomorrow. So that's the plan. And I mean, it's just magical, this scenery right now. Not just that we're here in the sun and the beach, I think I've said that enough, but also just being here, working, this boy over there, working, and then these two guys over there. We also, and then I'll wrap up this segment, hired a new full-time content strategist that I'm freaking pumped about. So when you see this, shout out to you. Welcome to the team. And we're really leveling up in all areas, and it starts, of course, with the people. and never been more bullish about the individuals that we have in this team, in the company. And it's up to us to provide the exposure, the strategy, the infrastructure, the accountability, the training and growth projections to be able to keep those people, right? So yeah, just feeling very good about things and also kind of procrastinating my next roadblock with this little reflection. But it's time to get into it, so let's do it. Also, fresh sparkling water with some lime juice. Life is good.
Mesmerized, finding out what automations can do and getting started there. And I think that, well, let's see where it leads us, but it could be big.
You heard it here first, but this guy about to become an automations wizard. Game changer.
Face confidence. Selim Han. Evet abi. First run. Mashallah. You've been injured. Back on track. This feeling, bro? Amazing. Vital. Fast. Man, can barely keep track. Wow.
Food review.
Yeah, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
True. So we got a sweet barbecue, alitas, here in Mataró. Feels crispy. Did you hear the crisp?
Yeah, totally.
Very good, very crunchy outside, soft inside, still hot. The barbecue sauce, really easy to get a generic taste on it. Has a little bit of that, but I mean I can't complain. $6.50 for this. Some might say it's expensive, some might say it's totally fair. I'm also getting a burger with this, so it's the perfect size.
What's the score, man?
Give it a 7. 7.5 for it.
Absolutely. Food review with Selim Han.
Alright guys, welcome to food review.
Sehr starkes Intro schon mal.
Completely raw and honest review. I feel like I could do better. So I give it a 6.7.
Well guys, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Just 7 seconds after you said he could do better, he's already finished half of the burger. Just saying, all fresh ingredients over here. The tomatoes juicy, the salad not super like, doesn't feel old.
What's the score, baby?
Guys dripping all over the place. That's a good sign.
2 burgers also.
I'll give this a solid 8.4.
Okay. Shout out. Burger number 2. Krass. Top 10 moments. And you know we've all been waiting for you, man.
It's good. It's good. I really like the cheese sauce. Good consistency of the vegan cheese sauce, obviously. Good patty. Like usually when I'm not in Germany, I don't know what's going on in Germany, but UK got real good vegan patties. Spain just 2. Got another one waiting, which is the chicken burger. Stay tuned.
What's the score?
8.0 as well. Decent. We'll take again. Nothing crazy.
She look like 90s R&B. Her friends like SWV. Took the weave out and left it short.
Laufzeit innerhalb von 5 Minuten. Was ist das für eine geile Client-Journey? Würde ich mir auch wünschen als Kunde. Muss man halt bei Notus, ja, einfach mal reinklopfen.